Thought I'd do a quick video about the forks on my X748 and 45 loader. I've gotten a couple people ask me some questions about the forks themselves, and I figure I'd just kind of show you the setup. So these are the forks. I actually had these forks made by a guy in Floyd, Iowa, Custom Outdoors. If you want his information, it's right there. Normally he makes sets of forks for larger tractors, like subcompact tractors, and also the 1 series for like 1025, 1026. But I emailed him and asked him if he would be interested in building me a set of forks for my X748 and 45 loader. Biggest difference being the fact that the 45 loader is not quick attach. And I didn't want quick attach because any type of potential quick attach mechanism on the 45 loader would extend the weight or extend the forks out farther from the machine. And when you're dealing with a machine with limited lift capacity, you want to keep it as close to the machine as you can. And so yeah, it's a little bit of a pain to switch out all 4 pins and get them lined up and everything, but in the end you get a little bit more lift capacity. Total weight of the frame itself is like 81 or 82 pounds, I think. I'd have to weigh it again. And then each one of the forks are Cascade forklift forks, so they're actually they're not a lot of guys will make just make forks out of steel, but these are actually true forklift forks. Each one of them weighs 68 pounds, and so total weight of the setup is something like 200 and some odd pounds. So it's actually a little heavier than the bucket itself. The bucket I think weighs like 140 or 160 when I weighed it. I can't remember all these numbers now. I weighed them over a year ago. These are 3-inch forks. The biggest problem with these forks on this frame is they wobble back and forth a little bit. But other than that, I absolutely love them. A lot of guys will build their own, which is fine. This is just really convenient for me. I don't have any big fab shop or anything like that, nor because I'm pushing the upper limits of the X748 with the stuff I lift. I actually specifically built the X748 to lift round fenders onto trailers. So you're looking at 650, 700 pounds that I have to get about 3 feet in the air. So I wanted it as close as possible to the loader frame itself as I could, so I stuck with the original pins. And obviously, like I said earlier, that's a little bit of a pain in terms of trying to hook it up and whatnot, but I don't switch back and forth very often. And so anyway, to switch back and forth, you just got the 4 pins. And if you want to look, we'll go look at the 45 loader. And so right now I've actually got the bucket on here. So with the pins, you can see how it would line up. And if you had a quick attach, what you'd have to do is you actually have to cut this off the bucket or modify it somehow. And based on my rough calculations, you'd probably add an additional 4 to 5 inches to the length stuck out in front of the tractor, which is fine for most cases. But what I'm lifting, I really need as much lift capacity as I can get. Now, a lot of people, I've got my transaxle shimmed and everything. I've got it shimmed up to, I think, 1400 psi, something like that. I would have to put a gauge on it again. And I can get round fenders onto a flatbed trailer. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch the bucket and the fork over. And then I've got these 2 weights right here that I'm actually going to stick in the back of my truck, because we should get some snow here pretty quick. And I just used the bucket to push back some ice chunks, and I'm going to take the bucket back off. The bucket was on here from earlier this year, so I wouldn't have switched just to do that. I would have used a blade or something. So anyway, I'll come back once I've got it swapped. Okay, got the frame on and everything. Now, one thing I do is initially these have little Carter keys on them, or whatever you want to call them, bendable keys or whatnot. I actually put these clips on there, but I make sure to, because if you only put it to the first stop, they'll come out pretty easily, but if you put it to the second stop, I haven't had any issue with them coming out. That's just something I do to make it a little easier on me to take things on and off. The forks themselves, they go into this little groove right here, and you can put the forks